make $1 million. I loved that exercise.
It's the practical side of what we talk about.
Because everybody believes if I don't have $500,000, $1 million bob, I can't make. And as young people love to say, but you need money to make money. Okay, you got 25K, make $1 million. Hey, it's Caroline Mutoko. Welcome back to my channel. Subscribe and please tell every man in your life to listen to this conversation. We're talking men and money. So, Wailaka said something that I do want to open this segment of the conversation with. If school reunions or campus reunions make it very hard for you as a guy to go there because the comparison is unafanya, you own how many, you owe, then I think Centonomy 101 is for you, because this is not a budgeting exercise. It's not about what you can not have. It's about what you can have and how you can have it. I think that's what I got out of Centonomy, but that's me. I'll start with you, JB. What did you get out of Centonomy? 3 big ones at 24.
The time value of money.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, savings and investment. And there's a little part of entrepreneurship.
Time value of money. For me, my big one was understanding what the projectile looked like 18 years forward. Now, you don't have a kid, so your time value of money was what?
Was in my business. Yeah. How the little that I save now will help me like push my business on the next level.
All right.
Yeah.
You talked about investment.
Saving and investment.
Tell me.
I never knew about shares before I went to Centonomy.
No. Where do you live?
I don't know.
I mean, you've heard about shares.
No, okay, I heard about shares, but I didn't know that how you can buy them or how do you go about buying them. For real, it's true.
Sidebar, there's somebody I met from the NSC. We're supposed to talk about Emakiba, okay? You did not know how to?
I did not know.
Or the return on your investment, or... So, did you buy shares?
Yeah, I bought shares after that class. I started doing my research.
So you're a 26-year shareholder, 26-year-old shareholder
Portfolio. He has a...
You have a portfolio. You're not like me and Peter. Me and Peter is just, we whittled down to the guys who make us dividends.
I had to learn because I was in class and I was like, wow, you can make money that way.
What is that?
Yeah. So and he used to tell us like you don't have to have so much money.
No, you don't.
Think. Yeah.
No,
just
you
put
don't.
the little that you have every time.
Yes.
Yeah. So I've been doing that since 2016 till now. So I've just been buying.
Oh, you're going to be so happy in a couple of years. You're going to be so happy because I remember the first set of shares I ever bought is because when I joined CBA, KQ had gone public. And yeah, it was such a, it was a strange thing to do, but I think that was my first taste. And because you're there as the paperwork comes in and you're overnight doing that stuff, you're like, but then again, you see what other people are writing checks for. You're like, but I was glad I did that. And I must have been like, 23. But it was just KQ then. That was all. What did you take out of Centonomy?
There's one more,
yes.
Yeah, there's one more. The entrepreneurship part.
Tell me.
Yeah, that time for us millennials, I know I'm a millennial. The entrepreneurship part is just to be cool,
Oh.
Yeah, that time. But when I went to class, I could relate. That's what I was doing. I didn't know. I called myself businessman that time. I didn't know it's the same as entrepreneur. Okay, I was. Don't worry. So when
this is the problem of reading Passion Gafla, calls everybody wealthy. Yes.
So for that, it was almost the last class.
Yes.
The second last class, the entrepreneurship. So that was. I remember even used to ask questions. Like, can you just go back, just explain that again? You
were that guy, yeah?
Yeah, I didn't care about what other people.
No.
Yeah, I was like, can you just say that again so that I can understand it?
Oh, wow.
That's how I never did any business course when I was starting Home 254. I never did anything to do with business.
So you just decided, t-shirts, let's go.
Yeah, so I've been growing. Using that, I still have that pamphlet, the one that you're giving at Centonomy.
Yeah.
So I usually go through it. Then up to now, I've been learning till where I am right now.
Wow. Yeah. All right. 3 things you took out of Centonomy 101.
I would say one is investment. Where do you put money so that you can create wealth?
Yes.
2 was how do we plan for our future, because we had kids in our lives then. And finally, how do we prepare ourselves for retirement as well?
That's a scary word for a lot of parents.
We didn't attend Centonomy at 24 like my good friend here.
I mean, if you're under 30 and you don't have responsibilities yet, just sign up.
Yeah.
So in terms of investment, I would say fantastic. We had the money, but it was just sitting in the account. And today my status on WhatsApp is compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you understand it,
yes,
you earn it.
No, but
if you don't, you pay it.
You pay it. It's true, because compound interest is great until people also don't understand that is what is happening to their credit card. It's also compound interest.
Exactly.
So either you're earning it or paying it.
Exactly.
This is true. This is true.
Right. So I would say Centonomy gave wealth creation meaning. It broke it down to small pallets that were chewable. We understood finally how you can put money in shares and earn interest. And I'll tell you this, Caroline, we started with the same theory. We need a huge portfolio of shares.
Yeah.
6 years down the line, we only have shares in 2 companies.
Same ones as me.
And you know them.
I know.
And you learn over time. Same thing with bonds. When you are learning about bonds, we were taught just walk into central bank, open that CDSC account and buy bonds. We are wiser today. We invest in infrastructure bonds.
You and I both. Because when the bank calls and says the ticket has been paid, and I have several, I'm like, this is good.
All right.
This is, but I did not know before Centonomy. I'm not going to lie.
Right. So the other bit was in the real estate bit. At the beginning, we felt real estate ina wenyewe.
Jamaa wengine.
But we learned by attending that class, you can start with that single apartment on that flat. And that's how we've gone. 5 years down the line, we've challenged each other as a group, as an investment company. Every year, we must buy one apartment. And we thank God we've achieved that.
Can you imagine? It's as simple as that. One. Have you known people who sit around saying, I think I'll buy the floor? Why do you talk like that? Buy one and say, Niko na moja sio kimau. It's yours.
And don't even look at sio kimau.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw my brother is doing some investment up country, and they're doing housing units for 250K.
I know.
Why are you looking for 250 million or 25 million here in Kile? What is the issue?
Yes. What's wrong?
If you own property, you own property. And it'll grow.
I love that. One. It's
One
enough.
Yes.
It's and I love that you talk about up country. I remember when I bought my home, you know, that side of the world was technically shags. Okay, and now everybody's like, so is anything... I can't buy my own house today.
Yes.
I cannot buy my own home. And when I tell guys, I'm in Mali, that's where I bought houses. They're like, what's there? Well, I haven't stolen anything, so I can't buy in Kilimani. So where my money takes me, because I also understand it will grow.
Yeah,
That's true.
Where my money takes me. I can't have conversations about, you haven't bought a yacht yet, Caroline? I imagine, God bless you if you have, but I can't have that conversation. And I think what Centonomy does is also panel beat your aspirations. It panel beats them nicely, but also your mind opened up, didn't it?
That's true, Caroline. And I think the other challenge for many of us as men today is, how do I keep my 8 to 5 job while creating another source of income without conflicting with my employer?
There you go.
And I'll encourage all men. The answer is in Centonomy. Walk into that class, you'll get the answer. Because I'll tell you this, Caroline. Today, as we start our monthly meetings, because we meet monthly, I told you Centonomy gave us structure. Augustine and Anthony keep joking. Peter, when are you retiring? And it's no longer a scary question.
I know.
Because as much as we've not gotten where we want to go, in those 5 years, we've done something that has encouraged us to look forward to the next 5 years and to look further to our retirement.
Wow.
And look to retirement with peace, not agitation. Like,
Exactly.
It's calm.
Exactly.
hapana. In fact, you start regressing your age. You find someone to, play around with your passport kidogo so that your age is different.
Yeah.
Other than becoming the CEO of Centonomy, What did you learn? 3 things.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Not in my wildest dreams, but by the grace of God, I am here. The thing that I took home, stop comparing yourself to other people.
True.
I even make it a joke in our class. And I say, if I buy that car, you'll pass by and you'll say, nice car. And you continue with your life.
Hey.
I'm left with my loan for 5 years to pay so that you came and said, nice car. Next year you'll be looking for what's next, what's happening there. And I said, stop comparing yourself. I'm on my own journey and the wealth creation will happen if I keep at it and work at it. And I was shocked because I was 2012. I had nothing to my name, no land, no property, nothing like that. I mean, it's a coincidence, but it's true. I'm sitting here with a check I'm a landlord now. I literally have a check in my pocket from my property, which I own, which I never thought I would at that time.
Yes.
And if I had been comparing myself with other guys who, through whatever business they had, opportunities that came their way, I'd have been looking and saying, why didn't I have it 5 years ago? But guess what? I have it now.
But,
Yes.
Peter, and I expected you to say this, or JB, that exercise we did, we were told you have 25,000.
Yeah.
Can
Make
you
a
make
million.
Make a million.
Yes. Yeah.
Make a million. I loved that exercise.
It's the practical side of what we talk about.
Because everybody believes if I don't have 500,000, a million bob, I can't make. And as young people love to say, but you need money to make money. Okay, you got 25K. Make a million.
True.
And I don't know whether you've noticed, initially when the exercise is given, there's rumbling in the class.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Yeah.
And after some time, people settle them.
And then people settle in and they start trying to crunch that
think.
25. And in no time, that exercise was my abundance exercise.
Yep.
It's what told me, it's what you have is what you have. Now, what can you do with it? And you've got to be able to think about it as what it is right now, not what so-and-so had. Imagine Mepatu at 25 and Waithaka started with 100 Gs, you know? Because I think for me that is huge. Time value of money and that exercise to try and make 1 million shillings from 25. And then when you hear everybody else's ideas.
You're like, wow.
Yeah, it makes you wonder.
And those ideas were in their heads.
Yeah.
They were always in their
They
heads.
had never been empowered to go out and make it happen.
Yes.
And so these guys are too shy to say what. I mean, JB now has a partnership with Coke Studio, a 26-year-old with his company. He's too shy to say it. Peter on this side, we're talking about his chama. I heard rumblings in the background of over 100 million.
Oh dear Lord.
You know those numbers that you're hearing?
Yes.
But it was not something that just happened like
No.
this.
But remember he said he wanted structure.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
With that in mind,
Others
guys,
that have been
we
meeting
can
for
do
tea
it.
and mandazis.
Yes.
And he's
5
going to be
years down the
meeting
line.
Yes.
5 years down the line.
And I think for
Yes.
me, the other exciting exercise that was very practical was the last exercise you were given to go talk to somebody who's made it. And I'll never forget my conversation. I spoke to a young guy called Humphrey, and he's great. His story propelled us.
Oh,
He had
wow.
done so much. And I will always be grateful to Centonomy for telling us, don't go Google. We know everything we need to know about
Yeah, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
the
No,
Apple
don't.
guy,
Go and look for a person.
the Oracle guy.
Yes.
Go get a Kenyan guy who's
Yes.
made it. And
And I'm so
every
glad
time
you
I
did
meet
it.
Humphrey, I look back to him and I tell him, one day I want to tell your son our story.
Wow. Who did you go and get?
Okay, for me it's not guys, it's women who have been helping me to get where I am.
You're a whole other interview, aren't you? Oh my goodness. So when you were told that exercise, go and find somebody. I hope you didn't go to Wendy.
No, I didn't go to any.
Okay. Because Wendy clearly is the one who got you to go to class.
Yeah, I went to G Blessing.
All right. Okay. You and I need a sidebar because he and I had a very interesting conversation 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
You need to find him. When's the last time you spoke to him?
Yesterday.
Is he back?
Yes, he is.
Find him. Tell him Caroline said I need to talk to you, and then leave it at that. He'll pick it up from there. This was meant to happen.
I'm telling you.
Us guys clearly have other conversations to have with our chief, so we'll see you in class. Register for Centonomy 101 if you do nothing else for yourself.
Yep.
And this is all about men and money. I know the chicks are like, Nasisi, we'll get to you in a moment and how much you spend on a weave. In a moment. Subscribe.